contagious. Be happy. We proclaim that's a great day has come. We proclaim everything gonna be alright, folks, on that show. On the Gospel Festival. Oh, on the Gospel Festival. We proclaim on the Gospel Festival. Everything gonna be alright, folks, on that show. On the Gospel Festival. Oh, let's go, 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 let's go. When no one else around us, we have the Gospel Fans Club. I don't care what they say, be ready to be with us. Bro friends, Sister Carl and Bro Tony, with us for the show. We don't care how it looks, we just happy to be here. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Sam X Radio. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Sam X Radio. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Sam X Radio. But have God and we feels good. Our choice is just contagious. Be happy. But have God and we feels good. Our choice is just contagious. Be happy. We proclaim that's a great day has come. We proclaim everything gonna be alright, folks, on that show. On the Gospel Festival. Oh, on the Gospel Festival. We proclaim on the Gospel Festival. Everything gonna be alright, folks, on that show. On the Gospel Festival. Oh, let's go, 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 let's go. When no one else around us, we have the Gospel Fans Club. I don't care what they say, be ready to be with us. Bro friends, Sister Carl and Bro Tony, with us for the show. We don't care how it looks.
Well, all right. Good morning. Welcome to the one and only, the Pulse Check, the Gospel Fans Club, Zini. And I just want to let you guys know that it's been a wonderful time being here. I know it's been a minute since we last seen each other. And so I just want to say thank you for bearing with us. I'm excited because there's so much I want to talk about. And there's so much that I want to let you guys know about. First off, I want to say thank you to all of you who came to the radio, who came to the book release, the book launch. It was an amazing event. It was so wonderful to have you guys that showed up there, to have you guys to see the support that you all gave on that day. And so I am so grateful. I am so thankful. Soon enough, I'll get deep into what took place and how everything went, and then I'll be talking about what we got coming up here at the Gospel Fans Club. The plans that we have, the plans that I have for, and the guests that I'll have coming on the show, and so I just want to let you guys know that it's been an amazing time. Since we last seen each other, I've been getting in the gym. I've been working out. I've been doing the best that I can to stay fit. And because of that, one of the things that we'll be talking about is health. I know throughout the summer, I'll be having my trainer come through and talk about, health and all of that. And so therefore, I know for sure that you all will get to see what happens and what's going on. One of the things that we'll also be talking about, I'll be having one of my close friends on the show, and he'll be talking. I call him Unc, but he teaches people how to monetize your gift, how to monetize your time and your money. Not your money, your time, your gift, and your talent. And so Uncle Uncle will be on the show. Uncle Kimon Hines will be on the show next Saturday with us, and he'll be talking to us about how to monetize your money and how he came about with that, and so on and so forth. I'm also excited to let you guys know that Prophet will be coming back on the show shortly. I don't know exactly when. I don't have the date yet, but when I do, I will let you all know. So much has happened, from since April 11th. Um, the there's so much that we can talk about, but I'm gonna talk about the book first, and then we'll jump into what's going on. And so I know that you guys have been waiting to see and to hear what's going on with the book. What's next? A lot of you have asked what's next, and worry yourself not, because what's next will be talked about soon. So we're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with you. To talk about the book and the book launch.
Don't know how, but you did it. Made a way. Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test, but holding on to faith, you know best. Nothing can catch you by surprise. You got this figured out, and you're watching us now. And when it looks as if we can't win, wrap within your arms and step in. When no one else around us, we have the Gospel Fans Club. I don't care what they say, be ready to be with us. Bro friends, Sister Carl and Bro Toby, with us for the show. We don't care how it looks, we just happy to be here. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Samex Radio. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Samex Radio. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Samex Radio. But have God and we feels good. Our joys.
All right, we're back, and guys, I'm excited because we're talking about the book launch. The book launch took place last month in April, before my birthday. I turned another year older. Excuse me, guys. I turned another year older and wiser. And y'all, throughout that, even before my birthday, my goal was to get back in the gym, to be fit and healthy, and that's been working a little. People have asked me, like, what you been doing? You look a little different. So I can, and the progress is being seen, and I'm keeping up. I'm recording every time I go to the gym. Am I perfect at it? No. Am I gonna get perfect? That's the goal and that's the plan. But the book launch, y'all, the book launch was amazing. I want to say thank you to Dr. Ellie Paris. If you guys haven't done so, stop by that bookstore. It's a bookstore and ice cream parlor. And so when you stop by, let them know Feldini sent you. It's right in Brockton. And so, go there. You can Google it, Dr. Ellie Paris bookstore. The bookstore is amazing within itself. There's so many books that you'll find, and so many writers that you'll see that are from Mass. I was surprised to see all of these people that were from Mass that have their own books published and displayed at Dr. Ellie Paris's bookstore. And then we, I want to say thank you. I also want to say thank you to my team. Shout out to Valerie and Susie for helping out and for supporting. Shout out to my best friend, and you know who you are. she made the day very possible and easy for me to be able to to do my thing and flow. To my host, Nathan, I thank you for for saying yes and for your support. And so therefore, yeah, to all of you who came in support, guys, the night felt amazing. To my photographers, oh my goodness, for giving your time. um I'm so forever thankful for you all. And to Abby, who took like private photos, personal photos. If you guys don't know, book Abby, and I will post her information on my on the IG, so that you all are able to book her for all your picture needs. My parents, my mother was at the book signing and the book release. And she enjoyed herself very good. She had a time. I'm talking about, like, she was even kikiing and joking and meeting some of you all, and showing you all the amazing love that I get to see on a day-to-day basis. And so this morning, the reason why I'm talking about the book, it's to help somebody understand what the book is and why you should purchase the book. The book, Pulse Check, The Rhythm of Purpose, is to help you figure out your purpose and be aligned where you are with yourself, and where you need to be, and where God is calling you to be, so that you are not missing out on the call on your life. The reason why the book is so special to me is because when I wrote this book, when I was writing this book, I was going through a process where I felt like I had no purpose. I felt like I didn't know where I was and who I was called to be. And through that, the Lord pulled me and was like, "Hey, let's go on a journey." And I went on a journey. Y'all, I went on a journey. Do you hear me? I went on a journey where I felt like I almost wanted to throw in the towel. It felt like I was losing my mind. It felt like I didn't have anything to fight for. And God was like, "No, we need to have this conversation, and we need to have it now." And I wrote the book. And as I was writing the book, God was teaching me, and God was helping me understand that I was healing the younger version of me, giving the younger version of me an opportunity to live out his dreams. Because I've done so many things, I've worked in so many places that you wouldn't even be able to tell what I was called to do. Because I had my hands in the medical field, I've had my hands in the public service field. If it brought me money, I was doing it. If it looked like it could bring me joy or peace, I was doing it. Until I went to God and I said, "God, I don't feel like I'm doing what I need to be doing." And God took me on a journey, and we had a ball on this journey. When this book was done, I felt like a release came off of me. I felt like I was able to do just what I needed to do. I wasn't worried about how I was going to feed myself, how I was going to pay my bills, how I was going to do anything else. But all I knew was that God was going to take care of it, and God was going to do what he needed to do, what he told me he would do. And so when I checked my pulse, that's how you guys were able to get Pulse Check. When I was checking my pulse, when I was checking on how I was doing with God and where I was with God, it showed me that I was not fully aligned with what God called me to do. I was not fully aligned with where God called me to be. And so therefore, that's how we were able to get together. Once I got together with God and I said, "God, your will be done and nothing else," everything came in alignment. Everything came to place. Everything fell in line. my speaking engagements coming back, and I'm like, God, I don't recall me saying that I was ready to get back to speaking. And he was like, it's not about what you were ready for. It's about what I called you for, what I told you to be ready for. And I'm here to tell somebody this. It's that when you decide that you're going to let God take control, there is nothing that can stop God from using you. When you check your pulse and you allow yourself to live and walk in the purpose and in the calling that God has for you, there is nothing that can stop God from using you the way he wants to use you. Because the same God that put a purpose within you is the same God that will make sure that you not only live out that purpose, but you walk it out with him. Because the Bible tells us that for you, let God take control of this plan. And all you have to do is surrender and walk the path. And I guarantee you that God will bring you through. God will pull you out, and he will make sure that he make all the crooked paths straight for you. Guys, I'm so excited because this book is like my pride and joy. And a lot of you are asking, so Feldini, what's next? What's going on after this? Are you doing anything? I want to let you know, without doing too much, that I'm currently in the process. I'm in the process. God is still working on me. God is still working with me. God is giving me ideas. God is giving me, plans to and stuff that needs to be taken care of. And so therefore, I'm going to take care of those. And then I'm going to let you guys know that soon and very soon, all I know is that by the end of the year, there shall be one, maybe two more books coming by the end of the year. And I'm just excited because God is using me in a way that I never thought that he could. And he's giving me things that I never expected to be trusted with. And so today, I want to make it like this. I want to open the phone lines for you all to call and ask questions. And also the book can also be found on Amazon. It's on Amazon KDP. I believe it's the Kindle version of the book. Amazon was not allowing me to publish the book as one that they can print and sell, because they didn't see fit for some kind of issue that's going on. But if you reach out to us directly, if you send a text message to 617-961-9680, that is the way to place your order. And then we will tell you how to place your order and which way to go about placing that order. And then we'll make sure that we send out your books in about 2 to 3 weeks. Because that's how long it normally takes us to get things done within the team, and working on, making sure that addresses are verified and that everything else is being done properly. I want to let you guys know that we will be having merch. I've partnered with someone who does merch, and we will be having merch. So for the summer, for the winter, we're going to have hoodies, we're going to have shirts, we're going to have everything that we need in order for you all to be able to get, to be able to support the ministry. I want to let you guys know also Pre-CAF. Pre-CAF, we've partnered with Pre-CAF, Priority Care Foundation. And man, I want to let you guys know Sam have been doing an amazing job with Pre-CAF. Pre-CAF, if you just donate, like I've been telling you all since last month or even the month before that, if you would donate $50 a month, it would help us to go forward and donate to families that are in need and be able to support people. We do plan on having a back to school drive, which I'm not kidding about. We do plan on having a toy drive. So for those of you that are wondering, starting June, let me give you the date. So you guys don't say, "Oh, you didn't give us a date." Starting in June, starting June, I want to say starting June 13th. Starting in June 13th, we will definitely be having, we'll begin our school back to school drive. So if you are if you are in Target and you're buying something, you can go ahead and start purchasing some pencils, some pens, some notebooks, and bring it here to the studio at 234 West Center Street in Bridgewater. And we'll be receiving and accepting your gifts on behalf of those that are in need. And you'll be giving it to Priority Care Foundation. I want to let that be known that starting June 13th, 2 weeks, I think it's 3 weeks actually, 3 Saturdays from today, we will be beginning our back to school drive. I myself will be starting to bring some stuff. I'll get some stuff, some pencils, some pens, some notebooks. Staples, if you go to Staples is also starting to have, I believe, what is 50 cents or 85 cents notebooks. So if you go and you get them in bulk and you bring them to us, we will be more than happy for your support. Even if you order it off of Amazon, you send it to us, we will be happy to receive your gift. Even if you were to say, "Hey, I can't make it to the studio," and you call in and you tell us, "Hey, I'd like to donate, but I can't make it to the studio," I will make it to where we find a way to get it from you or get to you so we can get those items to these kids. I want to make sure that our kids, the kids in our community, are able to have enough materials to go to school next year in the fall. We also want to start, I'll let you guys know that our back to school drive is something that I'm really looking forward to. I'm planning on talking to Sam and talking to a bunch of other people about how we can get this back to school drive going and how we can properly be able to support and sustain those in the community. If you guys don't know, in the West Bridgewater area, there are a lot of new businesses that are coming, that are up and coming. We have Chez which is a Haitian restaurant that is like up the street from us. And if you guys are ever in need, and if you guys are ever hungry, you're more than welcome to check out Chazelle. Let them know that we sent you. My favorite restaurant is coming to Bridgewater. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to scream it from the mountaintops. And she's gonna get at me for this because she owes me greatly. But P-Bon is coming to West Bridgewater, and I can't wait for their grand opening for the second location because P-Bon serves so many people. I went to Chazelle, Sam, and they were bragging about their pate code. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll try it. And she was like, well, I make the best pate. And I said, okay, I'll try it. And I tried the pate. I said, you want my honest opinion? And she was like, yes. I said, it doesn't match the one that I get from my favorite restaurant. She goes, it's because they're probably paying you. I said, no, their patty is a big size. It's not long. Theirs is long, and but P-Bon's pate is round. It's well prepped. The spice is very good, and I would tell anybody that's looking for a place to eat, P-Bon is where you need to go. But Chazelle, if Chazelle is your favorite, go there as well. I want to let you. I really want to focus on this back to school drive, guys. I really want to focus on this back to school drive. But June 13th, we will be beginning our back to school drive. Now, does that mean we're only accepting items only on June 13th? No, we're accepting items every day. Just call the radio, and if you call the radio and leave a voicemail, we'll get back to you and let you know. So the number to call is 857-504-4041. That's the number to call to let us know that you will be bringing items, and you will be you'll be dropping off gifts for the back to school drive. Once again, June 13th is when we'll begin our back to school drive in connections with Priority Care Foundation, precaf.org. $50 a month is what's going to help us get to these goals, to feed the families and to feed our friends. I did speak to you all about Prophet returning. Prophet Jules will be coming back to the show. I plan on having him soon to talk about the stuff that he's doing. For those of you who don't know, Prophet Jules has opened his church. Cope Ministries has been open officially, and you are all invited. Tomorrow is Pentecost Sunday, so if you don't have a church, if you don't want to wake up early and go fight for parking, well, Prophet Jules wants you to know that church starts at 4 p.m. from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And at 136 Rawson Road in Quincy. That's where you'll be able to find Cope Ministries. 136 Rawson Road in Quincy is where you'll be able to find the church. The church has been open for a good 3 weeks now, if I'm not mistaken. So therefore, guys, make sure you show up and you go, and you if you're looking for a home church, I would say make sure to let Cope Ministries be your home church. Once again, I just want to let you guys know that Cope Ministries is up and running. Cope Ministries meet every Sunday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and tomorrow is Pentecost Sunday. So if you're looking for a home church, Cope Ministries is available, and its doors are open for you. And Cope Ministries is the name Cope means City of Prayer Embassy. Come to the embassy ready and excited to see what the Lord will do and what the Lord is going to do. So I would suggest coming tomorrow. If you come tomorrow, come prepared. Get your hearts ready, because if you're not ready, you will miss a move of God. Cope Ministries, City of Prayer Embassy Ministries, with Prophet Jules and Lady Jessica. Reverend Jules and Lady Jessica Desson. They are excited, and they are more than ready to meet you and to greet you for service tomorrow, for those of you that are looking for a home church. And also, Prophet Jules have some books coming out, and he's ready. These books will be coming out very shortly, so that's why we're going to have him on the show, and so that you all may know when these books will be coming out and how you'll be able to purchase these books. For those of you who don't know, also with my book, there's a body oil that comes out with it. It's called the heart of the aroma of the heart. So that way when you guys purchase a book, you can also purchase a body oil. That body oil also comes with, there's also a car spray. So if you're looking to get your car sanitized and to get your car smelling good and to stay fresh in the car, I suggest you text us, you call us 617-961-9680. That's how you place your order. But you can also call 857-504-4041, and place your order there, and then they will forward that to us at Pulse Check. Guys, I'm excited because the many things that I have coming up. There was a flyer. If you could put it back up, Sam. It's the monetize your no, the next one. That one. Monetize your ministry. It was a 5-day challenge that took place where you turn your expertise into an impact in income. The man on the far left, Kimon Hines with the gray jacket, he will be with us next week. I know the challenge already took place last month. It was an amazing challenge. I was not able to get to it, and I was not able to attend it because I was so busy with this book launch that I missed my time. But best believe I will definitely be participating in the upcoming Monetize Your Ministry Challenge. What Monetize Your Ministry Challenge is about, it helps you grow. It helps you make so many decisions. I had a one-on-one with Uncle Hines, and Uncle Hines really was like, hey man, you can turn your party planning / hosting into money and into making real good money on that. And I would suggest you take your time and you meet with Uncle Hines next week when he comes. I'll be able to give you guys more details on how to accommodate or how to reach out to Uncle Hines. In June, we will be having guests that will be speaking on life insurance, how to get a life insurance, what to do when to get a when you get a life insurance, how to keep that life insurance growing so that you can prepare yourself for what's to come. A lot of times, especially in the Haitian community, when people hear life insurance, they think death. And I want to educate you all that life insurance is something that is very good for you and is something that you need. So therefore, we'll have a special guest coming on to talk about life insurance. I may have 2 people come on, and so from 2 different companies, so that they could talk about life insurance and see, so that you guys can see what that is about. We also want to help you. I am very, very excited to bring onto the show some of my great friends that I've met, some great people that I've met throughout the book launch. I'll be bringing in a realtor, so he can talk to you all about finding the right home, being able, not only finding the right home, but working with the right realtor, working with looking for a home in the right places. What is redlining? What is steering? And when you're working with somebody, when they're trying to get you to buy a house somewhere else than where you want to go, you want to buy, that, my friend, is called steering, and it's illegal. Okay. We'll be talking about life insurance. We'll be talking about real estate. We'll be talking about, being able to sustain yourself. Host Shay, I was supposed to be on the show last week, but then we had some plans that went different routes. So Host Shay will be on, and I want to publicly apologize to you all and to Host Shay about that, for not being able to being able to have her on the show. But Host Shay will be on the show one of these days, either next month or in July. Pulse Check will be having, I'm excited to announce this, Pulse Check will be having its first official Pulse conference towards the end of the summer, so that you all may be able to attend. There will be a link that will be posted on our bio on Instagram, so that you all may be able to come and be a part of the Pulse Check conference, Pulse conference. I don't know if I'm going to call it Pulse conference or Pulse Check conference, but we shall see. So we're going to take a break, and then we'll be right back with you all shortly.
Show me your face. club. I don't care what they say, be ready to be with us. Bro, friends. Sister calling, bro told me with us for the show. We don't care how it looks, we just happy to be here. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Sam X Radio. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Sam X Radio. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Sam X Radio. But have God.
And we're back.
Feels good. Our choices just contagious. Be happy.
And we're back. Okay, there it is. So I did tell you all I wanted to talk about my book. We want to talk about Pulse Check, The Rhythm of Purpose. I want to let you guys know this book is very, very near and dear to my heart. Why is the book near and dear to my heart? Because this is my first book, and so much took place for this book. The process of writing this book is that I started writing the book while I was on a road trip. Right? I was on a road trip in Canada, and I started rewriting the book. Let me not say writing. I started rewriting the book. I picked up where I left off. The process of writing the book started years ago. And I thought it was just going to be like, oh, let me just write a quick little devotional, and let me just, put this together, and, I'll drop it, every now and again. I'll use it as nuggets. And while in Canada last year, at the top of last year, God started dealing with me, and God started, giving me words and wisdom and downloads on what he's going to use this for and how he's going to use it. When you purchase the book, I want you to know that the book comes with a prompt so that you can see where you are and how you are dealing and how God wants to deal with you and where God wants to take you. The purpose of the book is to help guide you in a direction that you've never gone before. You've been doing work, you've been working for people, you've been doing things that that God did not even ordain you for. And so this is the time where you call and you become the person that God called you to be. When you step into that realm, guys, I've had moments where I stepped into the realm of being Feldini. And I'm like, wow, this is what I was missing. This is what I was running from. There are so many moments that I felt like God called me to it, and I was like, not yet. If I tell you the moment that I checked my pulse and I said, God, okay, you know what? I'm tired of saying not yet to you. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Let's do it. And so from that moment on, it became a full-blown moment where I've never lacked. I've never missed anything. I say it a lot, but the car that I drive is not because of me. It's because of my faith in God. It's because I gave God a full yes. When you get this book and you start reading it, it'll prompt you to give God your full yes. Not a half yes, not a mediocre yes, but a full-blown yes. I want you all to know, Pulse Check is not about, oh, we just want your money. Pulse Check is really checking your rhythm. It's really checking where you are. It's checking where you need to be. What are you doing what are you not doing that God called you to do? What is the one thing that God called you to be, and yet you keep pushing it aside? You keep putting it on the back burner. You keep telling yourself, not today, maybe next time, maybe later, maybe next time. And next time keeps on passing you by, and you're just sitting here like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna wait. Meanwhile, everybody is living out the dream that you are called to live. You are called to be great. You are called to be greater than where you are now. You are called to become something better. Pulse Check allows you to see where you are, challenge yourself from where you are, and then go forward in where you need to be. So when you are when you pick up that book and you start reading it, you'll notice how God uses this book, will use this book to help you get to where he needs you to be. You'll see how God will use this book to get you to a point where you can't even fathom. There are rooms that I've walked into and I can't even understand how I got there. I'm like, oh, where did this come from? How did we get here? So if you need a reason to purchase this book, I would urge you to get the book. The purpose of rhythm, it's understanding your race, understanding your lane. In the book, I talk about, staying in your lane and running your course. Too many of us are in different places and running and talking about different things. And God is calling us like, hey, are you going to ever do what I called you to do? And can I tell you this, that the best thing about running your race and staying in your lane is the fact that your lane was prepared for you already. Jesus ran the race for you. Jesus ran that race for you already. And because Jesus ran that race for you, you don't have to force yourself to run that race. You just got to go at your own pace because he will take you through it. Jesus ran that race for you already. You don't have to, create a new route. You don't have to figure out the route. The track was already set for you. All you got to do is get on the track and run it. You can't focus on anybody else's, you can't focus on anybody else's race. You can't focus on anybody else's lane. I've learned that if I start focusing on somebody else's lane, I lose track of where I am and where I'm meant to be. When you focus on your lane, when you put your mind on your lane, when you fix your eyes on your lane, you realize that God did not call you to be a failure. God called you to be a winner. God will not allow you to lose. God will not allow you to fail. He will cause you to win. And that's where you need to be. When you learn to run your race, when you learn to be the person that allows yourself to be seen the way God sees you, that's where God begins to use you effectively. There are moments where, in writing this book that I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this process. I don't like how this feels. And God was like, it's not about what you don't like. It's about what I'm calling you to be. It's about who I'm calling you to be. And to a lot of people, there are a lot of people that I'm able to mentor and I'm able to talk to. And I'm like, if you did this way, it'll change the way you view yourself. If you did this way, it would allow you to understand that the race that you're running is not a new race. It's a race that's been ran before. And the best question that I get, who ran this race before? Jesus. The book is to help motivate you get to where you need to be. The book is to help motivate you see yourself the way God sees you, not the way human sees you. When you read this book and you'll notice how it sets the tone for your next. It sets the mindset. It fixes your mindset. It changes the way you look at yourself. It changes the way you look at the process. It changes the way you feel about the process, because at the end of the day, there's a moment where God really uses you for his glory. And so another thing about the book that I love, it's the fact that when I wrote the book, after writing the book, and I spoke to my mentor about it, he said, "You've been sitting on this for how long?" You know God's been waiting on you, right? And I was like, wow. Wow. I felt baffled because it felt like I've been robbing God of what he's called me to do. And so I want you all to know that in the process of writing this book, it's never easy. Book writing is never easy. I'm telling you guys that now. Sometimes I'm like, whoo, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And then, y'all, the funny thing is, after I wrote the book and after I did the book, like before the book launch, I was talking to my mentor and I showed him something that I was writing. I didn't even think I was going to make it into a book. I showed him a name and a title. And he's like, so when is this book coming out? I said, excuse me? He said, when's the next book coming out? I'm walking in my purpose so much so that like nobody can even bother me. Anything anybody says can't bother me. I can't allow noise to take over my mind. I can't allow people to take over what God wants me to do. I can no longer live for other people. I can live for me. I can deal with me the way that I know how to. And so what I'm calling you to do is to legit, when you get this book, I need you to see that this book is one that will help you go down a path, go sit down towards memory lane and think, am I doing what God called me to do? Or am I just, existing here? What is the thing that God has called you to do that you're not doing yet? What is the thing that God has called you to do that you keep putting on the back burner? As a matter of fact, I want to hear from you all. 857-504-4041. If you're watching, call in. Let's talk about it. Let me help somebody today get to the point that they stop existing, but they start living, so that you may be able to know what God is calling you to do. I want you all to come and to call in 857-504-4041. 857-504-4041. 857-504-4041. 857-504-4041. I want to hear from you all. I want to talk with you. I want to help you get to where you need to get. Pulse check, the rhythm of purpose. Pulse check, the rhythm of purpose. What is the book about? Why did the book happen? And what's next for the book? Whew. Wow. Guys, I'm so excited and so nervous for what this book is about to do for somebody. 857-504-4041. We're gonna take a quick short musical break so you all can get some yeah.
So far to go. And with these brand new scars and this broken heart, it's hard to really know if there's a reason believe it.
Yes, sir.
So come give on me.
So family, this is not a show where we don't just talk about life, but we check the conditions of the heart behind it. So this is your pulse check moment. Today's question is very simple, right? What's been leading your life lately? Is it pressure or purpose? One of the things that I talk about is pressure in the book, and I wanted to take a sample from it so that I can be able to give you guys. Because if we're honest, right? If we're honest, many people are moving fast, but they're moving empty. You know, they're smiling publicly, but silently, they are overwhelmed. They're productive on the outside, but disconnected on the inside. And one thing I want you all to know, and today I'm taking a moment to pause, to ask you to pause and ask yourself these questions. You ready? And you can write them down. Is my heart still aligned with what God called me to be? Which is one of the questions that I had to ask myself. Is my heart still aligned with what God called me to be? Am I doing what God called me to do, what God assigned me to do? Number two, you need to ask yourself, am I surviving or am I truly living with intention? Because there's a difference between surviving and living with intention. Number three, have I allowed fear, disappointment, relationships, stress, or distractions to silence the rhythm God placed inside of me? Because let me tell y'all something. That is one of the biggest things that I dealt with in my life, where I allowed distractions, I allowed fear, I allowed, disappointments, I allow stress, relationships. At some point, I was like, God, I don't think I could do any of this anymore. This is your pulse check moment right here. See, because purpose is not just about what you do, but it's about who you are becoming while you do it. Some of you in here, you guys meet me on the street and you go, "Oh, you're Faldini, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Man, you're so great at what you do." Can I tell you, it's not about what I do, but it's about who I learned to become in what I do. It's about who I've learned to be in what I do. It's about who I'm becoming and who I'm continuously developing to be in who I am. And so today, whether you're driving to work, whether you're sitting at home on the couch, whether you're, healing from disappointment, or you're building something in silence, or trying to rediscover yourself again, this is what I need you to remember. This is for you. This is why I wrote Pulse Check. This is why I learned to check the rhythm. This is why. This is your reminder that you were not born just to exist, but you were born with purpose and you were built to thrive. You were built to thrive. And I want to let somebody know, in order for you to thrive, in order for you to live with purpose, take a deep breath, reset your focus, and let's check the pulse. That's it. That's all we're going to do. We're going to take a deep breath. You're going to rest, reset your focus. You're going to rest your mind and reset your focus. And then from there, that's how we check the pulse, to see if it's still aligned. The three questions that I need you to ask yourself: is my heart still aligned with what God called me to do? Number two, am I surviving or am I truly living with intention? Number three, have I allowed fear, disappointments, relationships, stress, or distractions to silence the rhythm that God placed inside of me? And once you answer these questions, I need you to take a deep breath, reset your focus, and then check your pulse. And so, family, I know we normally go up until 12, but I'm gonna give you 20 more minutes to call in. 857-504-4041. 857-504-4041. Don't forget, precaf.org is the organization that we are connecting with. We are connected to. Also for the WhatsApp. The WhatsApp people probably be ready to beat me up. I'll be forgetting the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is 774-517-8002. 774-517-8002. Precaf.org is the Priority Care Foundation that is Priority Care Foundation that we have partnered with. It's a 501c3 company that we've partnered with so that we can be able to bring awareness and be able to help and bring support to people in our community. One of the things that I want to talk about as well is mental health month. I know mental health month is coming to an end, but we will be having a mental health clinician on the show very soon as well. But I want to talk to you about PreCaf, Priority Care Foundation, which is the 501c3 that we have partnered with so that we can be able to make sure that everything runs smoothly within our community, that we're giving back to our community. We're doing a back to school drive. Like I told you all, starting June 13th, we will begin to accept items for our back to school drive that will take place. Whether you buy a box of pencil, whether you buy a box of pen, even if you take a box of pens from your work office, bring it and we'll accept it. And we'll say thank you to your job and thank you to you. So therefore, Priority Care Foundation is the foundation that we use. That is the foundation that we've partnered with to be able to give back to the community and be able to do these back to school drives, to be able to do these toy drives that will be coming up. And so if you partner with us and for $50 a day, you can donate by via Zelle using the number 857-504-4041. You can send in your donations to 234 West Center Street. And on the envelope, I would just suggest that you put PreCaf, Priority Care Foundation. You can add that on there and you can put donation to PreCaf for whatever you want us to use it for. And so therefore that way, when we do have these back to school drives, when we do have these food drives, you will be able to participate and be able to be a recipient to the school drive. 857-504-4041 is the number that you call in order for you to be able to ask your questions, make your comments. Let us know what you feel, how you feeling. Let us help you check your pulse today. 857-504-4041. Again, if you would like to donate to PreCaf, to Priority Care Foundation, 857-504-4041 is the Zelle number. Is the Zelle number that you use in order for you to get that to us. So 857-504-4041 is the number that the website as well, precaf.org. Precaf.org is also the website that you can use to donate to us, which is very helpful. Like I told you all, this website looks so amazing. It's beautiful, but the work that is being done with us is also amazing and beautiful. Excuse me. And so family, 857-504-4041 is what is the number for you to use to call in and to give us your thoughts and opinions on what matters the most to you. All right, 857-504-4041. Once again, I want you all to remember these things. Is your heart aligned with what God called you to do? Are you surviving or are you truly living with intention? And have you allowed fear, distractions, disappointments, stress, relationships to keep you silent, to silence what God has called you, to silence the rhythm that the God has put inside of you? That is your pulse check for the day. And so, friends, I look forward to seeing you all next week. Next week, Pastor Kimon Hines will be with us on the show. He'll be talking about monetize your ministry. That I believe that he's gonna have a challenge coming up again soon. But monetize your ministry challenge took place last month from April 19th to the 23rd. Dr. Myron Edmonds was on there. Pastor Pierre Quinn was on there, and I believe I forgot her name, but she was on there as well. She did an amazing session, and I watched it. I watched a little bit of it, and it was wonderful and amazing. And so, with that, friends, I leave you with this: learn to live with intention of what God has called you to do and what God is calling you to do. And so, with that being said, we look forward to seeing you all next week.
We don't care how it looks, we just happy to be here. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Samex Radio. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Samex Radio. We don't care how it feels, let's go on Samex Radio. But have God and we feels good. Our choice is just contagious. Be happy. But have God and we feels good. Our choice is just contagious. Be happy. We proclaim that's a great day.